on YouTube. All right, we are now live on YouTube. Let me go ahead and switch back over so we can get things going here. Let my people in, everybody in. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get things started. Let me go ahead and do my intro, start my recording. All right, good evening, everyone. Today is Tuesday, and the day is the 19th, 2021, January 19th, 2021, the day before Inauguration Day, the day after Martin Luther King's birthday. So a lot of great things to celebrate here. And as I mentioned, today is Tuesday, so tonight is How to Dispatch live training. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Right away, we are broadcasting live on YouTube. I want to welcome our YouTube people. Thank you all for joining us as always. This is Calvin Butler. I'm here with the members of the National Dispatchers Network, and we are going to conduct some how to dispatch training tonight. We have a lot of new people, So in keeping in with our 2021, we're kind of going back to the beginning. We're going back and we are refreshing people on what we do and getting people to go back to the very beginning. Because there's one thing that I've learned in dispatching, okay? When I first started dispatching, when I switched my brokerage firm over to a dispatch firm, the first year I was doing really, really, really well. I mean, got off to it was crazy. I was like a horse out the gate, bam, it was doing like great. And then after about 9-10 months, it kind of tapered off. And I couldn't really figure out why my business was kind of, it was stagnated. I wasn't adding as many carriers, I wasn't retaining as many carriers. And then I sat down and thought about it for a minute. I said, well, let me go back to doing the things that I was doing when I first started. And guess what? Lo and behold, my business shot back up again. So I'm doing great. Because what I had realized is that I had gotten complacent. I had gotten kind of lazy, and taking shortcuts and not doing the things that I did that started me off in such a great start. And a lot of times we forget that. We'll get into doing our dispatching. We'll start off with the script. We'll start off with doing this. We'll start off doing all that stuff, and we'll build our firms up. And then we get to a point to where we forget where we started, and then we are steady trying to build. And we really kind of left what we started, and then that caused our business to stagnate. So with that being said, we're going to go back to the very beginning. Now, I want everybody, if you're not talking, please mute your mic or, kind of refrain from doing stuff with your mics open, because this picks it up. I can hear someone moving in the background. I can hear someone breathing. I hear all of that. And if I hear it, it is picking up on the recording, and it makes for a bad broadcast. I've had several people to comment on our YouTube videos that, hey, great content. I love the content, but the background noise is kind of distracting. So let's remember that these are live broadcasts. People have to go back and they have to watch these later. So with that being said, let's remember that, and let's kind of respect the process. And if you're not speaking, if you don't have a question, or if you don't have some type of input, keep your mics muted, or television sets turned down or off, or go to a room where there's not a whole lot of outside interference. All right. All right, great. Okay. Sheldon Seymour is still trying to join. I had flagged him to join, but he hasn't come in yet. All right, let's go ahead and start sharing my screen. Hopefully everyone is doing great. And let's go back over here, sharing our screen. Now, here is, as I said, we're going to go back to the beginning, and we're going to kind of refresh on some stuff that a lot of you all started off doing, but you probably have gotten away from it. Okay, you probably have gotten away from it. If your business is kind of tapered off, as you grow and grow and grow, you get more concerned with growing your business, but you forget how to maintain your business. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? If it makes sense, everybody just kind of give me a thumbs up. All right, great. All right, so we need to get back to maintaining our business and doing what we did in the beginning to make business great. Okay, so that's where we're going with this. So for all the new people, we have a lot of new people that have joined us, and a lot of them really don't know what the National Dispatchers Network is. So let's go back to our homepage. National Dispatchers Network, that's where we all come together, and we made some changes, over the years to our network. The National Dispatchers Network is where all of our enrolled members come, and you all get to network with each other. You all get to access your back office tools and resources. And the very first page of this is really like a recruiting page, really. It's like a page that tells us about who we are and all that type of stuff. Matter of fact, let me share my computer sound here so I can let me share my computer sound. Live stream. Share computer sound. There we go. So when you come here, if you scroll down, the very first thing you see is reputation built by service. Now, reputation built by service, that is what RBBS stands for. In case you all were wondering, what does RBBS stand for? It stands for reputation built by service. Okay, that's what it stands for. Okay, and then when you scroll down, you'll see the video that we have here. One of the very first videos I made back when we were doing our studio broadcast over at my old residence, and I had the actual studio there. We did this video here that kind of tells people about, what is our learning center and how it operates and what's involved and all of that type of stuff. So, so this first page is really kind of like an introduction to who we are and what we offer.
Someone told me that you were thinking about becoming a freight broker. Well, you could take a course online. There's literally thousands of them. And you could take a course at a junior college or a community college. They teach freight broker training classes there also too. They are kind of expensive though. Roughly $700 to $5,000. And when you're done, because those are classes and do come to an end, when you're done, you're gonna have a certificate or receipt, and someone's gonna say to you, I hope you will make some money. That doesn't sound like any fun, does it? Or you may want to consider the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. Now, the Learning Center itself, we don't book freight. We're not brokers. So you don't work for us. What we do is we provide you the tools, resources, all the training, a back office site, and a network where you can access literally thousands of other freight brokerage firms and dispatch firms, and you all help each other to earn money, help each other to understand the industry, help each other to navigate our platform. And the best part about it is, we don't take any of your money. You get to keep 100% of your dispatch fee, your freight broker's fee, or your freight forwarding fee. That's right. Now you're probably saying to yourself, now Calvin, something's not adding up. You don't take any money. How do you make money? That dog don't hunt. You're right. We do charge a $349 enrollment fee, and you will pay a $19.95 subscription fee, monthly subscription to access your back office tools and resources. That's it. Now, what do you get in return? You get access to several paid load boards, access to an additional 901 free load boards, so you get a total access to more than 100 load boards. You get access to a federal government SIC code site, unrestricted access to a federal government SIC code site, where you can connect with every shipper in the United States. Now, you notice I didn't say a list. I said connect with every shipper, all 19 million plus. You go in, you put in what you're looking for. Salt, grain, sugar, lumber, produce. Pulls up every shipper that ships that type of product. It gives you all their contact information, everything you need to know about that shipper. And it has a tool there that tells you how much money they pay carriers to move freight from their location to any state in the United States. And it doesn't stop there. We also provide you with an e-fax line that we pay for. We provide you with a dedicated domain email address that we pay for, and you get an extension on 2 of our toll-free numbers that we pay for. We also plug into a massive network of dispatchers, freight brokers, and freight forwarders, more than 1,700 firms strong, all there to help each other make money, book freight, find loads, navigate our system, understand the industry, understand our platform. Training videos, more than 55 at last count, each of them more than 3 hours long. That's more hours than it takes to graduate from college. And we have live operational training every Saturday from 10:15 a.m. to 1:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you all get to pick my brain, chat with me personally, ask me questions. We have usually about an hour and a half of operational training and another hour and a half of Q&A. So visit our website at mydispatcher.org. Take a look at what we have to offer. I think you'll be pleased. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go get out of here, and I hope to see you all in our platform.
All right. As you all can see, we've added a lot since then. Okay, we do more than just a Saturday broadcast. We do a Monday night training, we do a Tuesday night training, we do a Wednesday night training, and we still do the Saturday training. We've added a whole bunch of stuff that we've added. We've added more load boards. We've added more ways to search for shippers. So we've added a whole bunch of stuff to our platform. Now, if you all didn't notice, this is also great for doing what? If you are taking part in the affiliate program, or if you're taking part in the franchise program, this is basically your pitch for what is the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and what we offer. Okay, so if you need to send someone something, if they say, well, exactly what is it? What do you do? Okay, what is the RBBS Logistics Learning Center? This is a great video to send them, okay, because it breaks down pretty much what we do. It gives the basics of who we are, how we operate, and what we do, okay? And as y'all can see here, we have our new franchisee and the affiliate program right here. If you want to join the affiliate program, and you can make money just by sharing this stuff too. All right, another thing that we need to go back and show you all that we kind of got away from is the who are we. Now, some of you have been utilizing this, some of you have not. This is actually your portal to our actual networking site, to where you all can actually network with each other outside of Facebook. A lot of y'all have forgotten that we actually have a networking site for you all to go and join. But it's not just for you all, it's also for shippers, it's also for brokers, truckers, it's for anybody who is in the industry. They can come and join our network site. If you go through here, it's where it says repetition, you can click where it says learn more. And basically what this is get to know us. Fast, friendly, and fully functional. Our network of owner-op business managers are well renowned throughout the United States when it comes to finding the right freight for your needs. Our team is up for every challenge with the skill and experience our clients have come to expect. We always stand behind our work, with customer satisfaction being our #1 priority. Contact us to learn more about our incredible network of owner-op business managers and how they can help you. Now, as you can see here, if you want to join, put your information on our network, just click here, and it actually takes you over to our network site, which is mydispatchers.org. Our training site, back office site, is mydispatcher.org. I'm sorry. Our networking site is mydispatchers with an s.webs.com. It's not .org. I take it back. It's .webs.com. That is our network site. Okay. Here you can create your login, or you can register, or you can log in with Facebook, or you can just sign in. Okay. So I'm already in here, so I'm going to sign in. So you can sign in, and then once you sign in, you're going to get access to the network. You can go to the About Us page. It tells you about us, the network of more than 3,000 independent dispatchers, brokers, and logistic professionals networking to locate owner-operators, high-dollar freight built by owner-operators for owner-operators. Okay, so you can, and this site is really almost like your own social media site within your own network. Okay, that's the About Us is get to know us. It's on the same thing that we just talked about. Tells you what what we're featuring. The National Dispatchers Network professionals are the first to feature groundbreaking low board service. We're talking about dispatch and things like that. So if you all haven't been here, go to this and view this, because in here you can also look up the directory of all the members who have joined this networking site. You can go to the directory, and just yeah. No, you go to member. You go to the members, and you can pull up all the other members who have joined this site. So far, only about 199 have actually come on here and put your profiles on here. Now, some people haven't loaded up their picture. For some reason, some people are having problems loading up their photos and completing their when others have not had any problems whatsoever. As you can see, there have been people coming here and they've created their their profiles and things, and they put them up. Go here. Here is drive transportation. You click on show you what the average profile is. You can go in there. You can create your profile. Just like you would do on any other type of social media site. Now, in this, you also can send messages to each other, and you can talk to each other. You can enter in blogs and things like that. You can create your blogs and those type of things. Create forms. You can share them on Facebook. You can share them on LinkedIn. You can share your people coming here and they create how did 19 post and this on Facebook to create content on social media, to create conversations on media. Here's someone just posted something that says sweet spot in trucking. Okay. And these are all different conversations that you all can have here. And if you notice, when you click on one of these, see this one right here, sweet spot in trucking, you can actually go in here and people can post comments, and there are no comments on this, but you can actually go in and people can post comments. You can contact the person who posted this, or if you need to get in touch with them and all that type of stuff. So it's a good way to promote yourself and to get to know other people who are within our network. Now, this is not the only place that we network at. We also network on Facebook. Okay. We also network on Facebook, where we have our our chat groups, but we're phasing out the messenger chat groups because we can only put 1,000 people per chat group. We have 3 chat groups on Facebook already. They're all full. Okay, I'm not gonna start a 4th because I can't put all y'all in the same chat group. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna start sending everybody over to the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. And I'm actually going to create another page just for our members, so you all can chat with each other. And by creating a page or a group, we can have an unlimited number of you all. Like if you all notice on All Truckers United, they have a group there. They have more than 60,000 members that in that group, and they converse with each other. So we're going to be creating a group like this one. We have more than 2,200 members in this group. So we're going to be creating a group where all of the National Dispatcher Network members will be able to come in, join. You can post things, you can talk to each other, you can have conversations. You can post things about what you're doing, and and all that different types of stuff. And you all will have unrestricted access to where you can do all the things you want to do on posting things, post stuff about your company. You can talk to each other, you all can network with each other, and you'll be able to do all those things. So we're going to be doing, and I should have that up and running by this Saturday, along with some other stuff that we are doing now. So don't forget, we have an actual dedicated networking site that a lot of you all probably didn't know about, and it is the National Dispatchers Network Directory. That's what this is. Okay, you can create forms, you have a directory, you can create your own profiles and things like that. Okay. Now let's go consultations. All right, we had suspended private consultation, but we're bringing it back. We are bringing back private consultations. Okay. We this week and next week. It's probably going to be starting next month in March. No, in February. Mid-February, early March is when we're probably going to start the private consultations. Okay. Right now, if you click on this, you really can't click on it because it's not going to let you get into the private consultation. You can click on it, but you can't set an appointment, I don't think, because I think I disabled it. Oh, yeah. See right there? I've disabled it. So you can't really get into the private consultation just yet. I have enabled that link. But we are bringing back the private consultations where people can actually go in, they can click it, and they can schedule a private consult. Private consult, not free. And here's the reason. Our franchise owners, those who are becoming franchise owners, and to become a franchise owner, you can either become a branch owner. In Assurance USA, you automatically get a franchise, or you can buy a franchise at $4,999.95, or you can finance a franchise. Okay, you can make monthly payments towards your franchise and get your franchise on. Franchise owners earn 50% of every body they sign up. So if they sign someone up for the individual enrollment, $349.95, they get 50% of that $349.95. The person starts making their monthly payments of $29.95 per month, which is what it is right now, but as soon as they go back up to $39.95, they get half of that each and every month. Okay, if they sign someone up for the corporate enrollment, which ranges anywhere from $699.95 up to $2,499.95, they get half of that. They get half of the monthly fees from the corporate enrollment, which are from $99.95 per month up to $299.95 per month. They also get half of the franchise fee, which is $4,999. So they get half of that fee, right? So that's like $2,500 right there. If they sign up someone and they get a franchise. So as you can see, as a franchise owner, you can earn a lot of money. Franchise owners are also going to be able to conduct private consultations. Okay, so if you become a franchise owner, we want you to become familiar with the dispatching process in the industry, because you're going to be responsible for doing private consultations. Because we're going to be adding you to our Square account, and you can put your link in, and people can book a private consultation with you, and they're going to pay you $100 per hour, and you keep 75% of your consultation fees. Okay. So out of that $100 per hour, you're going to keep $75 per hour out of those consultation fees. That can become a very lucrative process. We have a lot of people. I have a lot of people who call up and want private consultation. When I was doing private consultation, I was doing on average 70% of the private consultation were from people who were not part of our network. They were just truck drivers, people who were in the business, and they needed to know something about this, about that. Like I had a young lady call me today, wanted to know, how do I start my own trucking company? That's a private consult. If I sit down and I go through, okay, this is how you do it. This is what it's going to cost. Here's what you're going to need. Here's the advice that you get. That's a private consult. Okay, your expertise on that is worth money. Okay, you don't want to give away your expertise. Okay, what knowledge is power. Knowledge is also money. So if you have an expertise about something and you can talk effectively about it and be able to give someone an education on something, you should be paid for that. That's what being a consultant is. Okay, so as a private consultant, you all will be able to do your private consultation. You'll be able to earn $75 per hour on your private consultations. All right. Now, in navigating your back office, if you notice, everything from here on up you can get into without having a password. But everything in this more section, you're gonna need a password. You cannot access this section of our site, the back office site, without being a subscription paying member. Okay, we have a ton of people that are trying to access this every single day. They're in our Wix, and as franchise owners, you all will get access to our Wix site where you will be able to see all these people, and those will actually be what? Leads for you. Because they actually create a username and password, but then we have to verify, and if they don't verify, we don't let them in. But you have access to them through our Wix account because it shows you who they are, it gives you their email address. Sometimes they leave their phone number, and you can send messages back to them and let them know that, hey, this area is restricted, but you can gain access by becoming a subscription paying member. That's a lead for you as a franchisee owner. As a franchise owner, that's a bona fide lead. They're already trying to get into the back office site. So you just contact, let them know, hey, this is how you have to get in. You have to get your subscription. Once you get your subscription, then get in. Then you get paid. You get half of the subscription of the enrollment fee, and you get half of the monthly subscription fee. Every month they pay their monthly subscription. And on average, the average student stays with our platform a year and a half. On average. Okay? On average, the average student stays with our platform a year and a half. And we are retaining about 77% of all students who sign up to our platform. 77% of everybody who signs up to our platform is still with us. That's why we have more than 1,600 active subscription paying members. Because people, they stay with us. Because why leave if you're active as a dispatcher or a freight broker when we're saving you money? Okay? Because we give you all this stuff for $29.95 per month. If you were not part of our network, you have to pay for those load boards. You need at least 5 or 6 load boards to keep your carriers running. Load boards run anywhere from $49 a month up to what? $299 a month. So just on that alone, a person saves about $300 per month just by being part of our network. Not to mention what they save on shippers list and all the valuable knowledge and insight and other stuff that we provide within our network, within our tools and resources. So it's very lucrative, all right? But everything over here is going to require a login. We have a video library. Some of you all have probably forgotten about that. We have a logistics library. Some of you all have probably forgotten about that. That's where you go and look up all the terms and everything that's in trucking. We have terminology. We have dictionary of trucking terms. We have freight and shipping dictionary. Okay, so you can click on these, and it will take you over to an area to where you can look up this stuff. Look up, have the glossary of stuff. Auxiliary, transmission, axle ratings. Because you have truckers that ask you stuff, sometimes, and you have a good library that tells you what these things are. Okay, what is deadhead? You may say, deadhead. Truckers say, what's deadhead? Or someone who knew the business may not know what deadhead is. Okay, that's a truck that's moving without cargo. You got to go a certain amount of distance with an empty trailer to go pick up a trailer. That's called deadhead miles. Okay, double clutch, doubles, drainage, drive axles, drone box, EDI, E-logs, all this stuff. These are terminology that you're gonna need to know. Because if you're conversing with trucks and they start spinning stuff out to you, you say, what the hell is a goddamn governor? What's governor? What does that mean? When they say, do you have I've had a couple of drivers call me and say, do you have any truck retailers that have trucks that's not governed? Does everybody know what govern means?
GPS tracked.
No, that's not what govern means.
That's the trucking speed limit.
Exactly. When a truck is governed, it can't go faster than a certain speed. Most big trucks that work for company drivers, most company trucks are governed at 60 miles per hour or 65 miles an hour. They won't go faster than 65 miles an hour. That's called governed. Okay. If you have a governed free truck or an ungoverned truck, that truck can go as fast as you can push the metal down, as fast as you can make it go. Okay. And most owner operators do not like governed trucks. Okay. So, but most companies, just about every company out there, there's big companies like Swift and Covenant and Warner and all this, they have governed trucks. The trucks won't go faster than 60 miles an hour. Some trucks are governed at 55, believe it or not. Now, is that a good thing or bad thing? Anybody?
Good and bad, both.
Good and bad. Because it allows you to do what? Or it restricts you from doing what?
Wasting fuel.
Yes. But it also holds you back from running a whole bunch of miles on your long hauls, right? Because you only got a certain amount of time to complete the run, right? Before you got to shut down for 10 hours, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So, so these are terms you're going to need to know, all right? So we provide you access to a logistics library, okay? You got terminology dictionary of trucking terms, and you got freight and shipping dictionary too, because some of the stuff you use in freight and shipping is different what you use in trucking, like accessory charges, agent, airway bill, backhauls, barge carriers, bill of lading, the bill of lading, the BOL. We hear that a lot. We use that term because you're gonna deal with the BOL a lot in this business. Okay, bill to party, blanket rate, blind shipment, bobtailing, bonded freight, bonded warehouses, booking, break bulk. All these are terms that you're gonna need to know, and we give you access to these libraries so that you can have access to these terms. A lot of you haven't gotten this stuff because a lot of times I get calls from you on this, and somebody comes and say, "Well, what's freight forwarder?" I've had that. I had people on this doing our broadcast to ask that, hey, what is a freight forwarder? Okay, that tells me you're not taking advantage of all the stuff that we provide for you within our platform. Okay, it's very important that we get back to the beginning, because a lot of times we forget about this stuff and we go past it. And if you are not, using everything that's at your arsenal, you're not doing your best work. You're really not. Okay. So a lot of the questions that you all have sometimes, especially when you're asking what is something, chances are it's in your logistics library. It's in our logistics library. Okay. So let's remember that. You have this area here, logistics library, logistics 101 and logistics blogs. I have that too. And we also have down here things of note. Okay. What are freight lanes? Trucking news. How to profit from cheap freight. Lane density. We have these things down here. So these are things that you all probably have forgotten that we provide. And it's all over here in your more section. Also a network chat that is, but this is very, very limited. You can get on this, but it's not going to allow more X number of people on it at one time. So, and people are actually on here, come on and they chat, but sometimes you can't get on it because they don't allow so many people at one time. This is a live chat, but there's not a whole people. I think it only allows about no more than like 60 people at a time. So you just have to be careful with this because it is a live chat. The best way I can tell you to use this, if you are conversing with some people on Facebook and you say to me, hey, let's go over to our private chat area, on the site. And it's about, 10 or 12 you all y'all come at the same time, then y'all can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? That you don't want to have with the entire network. Does that make sense? Great.
Yep.
Great. You may be, wanting to, you all may be wanting to get together, start your own trucking company or something like that. This is a great place to have that conversation. Or get together to form or combine, your dispatch firm into one big dispatch firm. Great place to have that conversation. Okay. So little things like that you all need to do, this is a great place to do that in. And these are some things that a lot of you probably have forgotten about. Okay. So just remember we have these things. Okay. They are here. And of course, live curriculum and training. Okay. Live curriculum. This is where you go to do what? To get all the news or where we do our training. I had someone just call me today, say, hey, how do I get into the training? Well, this is how you get into the training. Okay. All your training is posted here. The links are here. All you gotta do is click on them and it takes you right into the training. It gives you the times and all that type of stuff. All right. And last but not least, our dispatcher tools and resources. This is where it all goes down. Now, one of the things that you all are, especially a lot of the new people, and some people who are not new, if you need a refresher on where everything is in this back office site, just go to your back office tools and resources, because the very first thing you see is what? Start with this video. There's a reason why I said start with this video, because this video was actually a private consult between myself and a new member who wanted to know.
Every time I go back in this video library, it never pulls anything
in the back office.
I don't see anything.
So basically what we're doing here is we're going over how everything in the back office works. We're going over where everything is, where to find the loads, where to find truckers, where to find the dispatch agreement, where to find the scripts, how everything back here works is in this video. This video shows you and it explains it to you as we're going.
The background going, but
okay,
I don't see anything.
What type of computer do you have?
This is a great video to watch if you need to
know
I have
a tablet
where
right
everything is in your back office and how it works and where to find everything.
All right, you might want to get yourself a
because I've had a lot of people that call me up and say, I can't find this, I can't find that, I can't find this. Where do I find it? Where do I find the script? Where do I find that? Well, that tells me you haven't watched the very first thing you should have watched when you came into your back office. Before you start clicking on anything, you should have watched this video. Okay? Does everybody understand that? Well, this will acclimate you to just about where everything is in your back office. Next thing is right here, very next line, is what? How to Dispatch series. It is a series of 6 videos. This is a series of 6 videos. And it goes from step 1 all the way to step 6 of the dispatch process. Okay? The first step in the dispatch process is what? You gotta locate what? Owner operators, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay. People, the very first step is probably one of the most important steps in the whole process. Why? Because you don't have a business if you don't have owner operators signed up to a dispatch agreement, right?
Yes.
Everything starts with the owner operator. If you don't have an owner operator, you don't have a client. If you don't have a client, there's no need for you to even start searching, looking for freight. There's no need to start going to load boards if you ain't got a client. There's no need for you to try to find shippers if you ain't got a client. I mean, let's be honest. Because if you get a shipper and then you ain't got no clients, the shipper is going to become very dissatisfied with you because you ain't never put no trucks on their freight, right? Does everybody agree with that?
Correct.
So, yeah, so the very first thing that you should be doing, and the most important thing that you should be doing, is finding your carriers, finding your clients. And this video not only talks about where and how to find the clients, but it tells you about how to develop the relationship with your client. Because that is very important. Because just having a client is not going to do it for you, especially if your client doesn't trust you, right? How many of you have gotten to a situation where you sign on a carrier, then the carrier tells you, okay, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for flatbed loads. I want loads that's paying no less than $260 per mile, and I like this, and that. All right. So you go out and you find them what they're looking for, and then you say, okay, I got these loads for you, and then they start asking you a whole bunch of questions. Right? Well, who is this shipper? Who is this? Where did he get it from? Who's the contact? All that type of stuff. Right? What is that a sign of when they start doing that? Can anybody tell me?
Skepticism.
Skepticism, which means they don't what? They don't really trust you.
Trust, right?
Or they're really not your client. They're just using you to get the access, then they're gonna drop you. Right?
Yes.
So how do you combat that? You got to build a relationship. you gotta have the kind of relationship where you say, look, my job is I'm your owner op business manager. I'm your business manager. Right? Now, in any other industry, when you hire a business manager, you're not gonna hire a business manager you don't what?
Trust.
You don't trust, right? You're not gonna hire a business manager that you don't want to take what? Advice from, right?
Right.
In a lot of cases, the business manager may say something to you that in your head, it may not make perfect sense to you, but they're the expert. They're the business manager. So you do what? You follow their advice, don't you?
Yes.
That's the type of relationship you got to have with your own operators. See, this business is more than just finding freight. It really is. You have to develop your interpersonal skills and your relationship skills with your clients. Because if you don't, you're not going to go very far in this business. You're not going to be very successful in this business. Relationships is everything when it comes to this business, especially as a dispatcher. Because as a dispatcher, that's why I don't really like that term dispatcher. That's why I like to use the term owner op business manager. Because that's what you are. Because the Federal Motor Carrier Association, they recognize you as what? A bona fide agent, right? Right? That's your legal term, right? Bona fide agent, right?
Yes.
Now, in any other capacity, an agent is the person who does what? Guides your career. Do they not?
Yes.
That is your job. Your job is to orchestrate and guide that owner-operator's career. And if you don't establish that up front, that's who you are, then guess what? They're never going to look at you like that. If you're just established, I'm just someone who finds you freight, that's all they're going to look at you for. That's how they're going to see you. The most successful dispatchers in this industry, their clients trust them. Their clients, when I say they trust them, they trust them. They trust them to the point to if you call them up and say, hey, I need to get you signed on with this other load board. They don't even ask you why. Oh, hey, Calvin, you know what? Hey, you the man. You always find me good freight. You've always, you kept me in the money. Every year I've been with you, I've been making more and more money. What you need. Okay. I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need that. In the beginning, you tell them you're gonna need the DOT number, the MC number, and all this and that. But sometimes some load boards, like with companies like JB Hutt on 360, they may ask for extra stuff. I need a copy of your insurance on paperwork. No problem. I'll send it right over to you. They're not gonna be asking, well, why you need that? Who is this you trying to get me signed up with? What kind of freight they got? Why I gotta sign up with them? 90% of the owner operators that I deal with, they don't even know what the logins is to the load boards that I get the loads from. But the load boards are in their names. Y'all realize that? That's the way it's supposed to be. Because that's your job. Their job is to run the freight and make money, right? Your job is to keep them running and supply with great pay and freight. Is that not your job?
Yes.
Is it? Do
Yes.
they need to know who the contacts are at the shippers that you're getting loads from? Do they need to know who the brokers are that you're getting the load from? Do they need to know the login credentials to log into all the various load boards that you have access to?
No.
No. They're never going to be able to. Come on. They're never going to be able to remember them anyway. Because you have access to a whole bunch of you may have access to 50, 60 load boards, all with different variations of logins or whatever the case may be. They don't need to know that. They don't even, half of them don't even want to know that. They just don't know that they don't want to know it. But unless you have that type of relationship with them and you have established yourself from the get-go that you are in charge of managing their business, you're not going to have that type of relationship. And it's going to be tooth and nail every time you need something, try to get something for them, or try to help them out. It's going to be like a fight. A lot of y'all have experienced that. Now, have you not? It's like you got to fight to help them make money.
Right.
Right? That's because you have not built that relationship. You didn't establish that from the get-go. Look, Mr. Owner Operator, I am a lot more than just your dispatcher. I'm your owner op business manager. It is my job. It is my job to make sure you make as much money as possible. Now, with that being said, there are certain things that I'm going to have access to, and I need I need to have this access. So when I call you up and say I need this, I need to to act fast. So I'm not going to have time to explain everything to you. All you need to know is that I am acting in your best interest 100% of the time. My only goal is to help you make more money, because if you make more money, then what?
We make more money. Right.
I make more money. We make more money. So we need to understand our roles in this relationship. My role is to guide your career. Your role is to trust me to help you make more money. Is that something you think that we can do? Learn to have these conversations with your owner operators in the beginning. These are conversations you cannot shy away from. These are conversations you cannot be afraid to have. And you have to be very confident when you have these conversations. You have to let them know that in no uncertain terms, I do not operate any other way. Now, if you can't do that, then I'm not the owner business manager I'm not the person to help you make more money. You need to find someone else. And they need to understand that you don't need them. They need to understand that. Now you do, but they need to believe and understand that you don't need them. You understand what I'm saying? Does everybody understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You have to take control. That's what this first video is basically about. Okay. It's not just finding the owner operators, but it's how to develop that relationship, how to establish that control up front, how to establish your position in the whole scheme of things, and what their position is, what your position is. Okay. Owner operators do not make great dispatchers. That would happen. Dispatchers make great owner operators. Remember that. Always. You all need to get that in your heads, and you need to develop that type of mindset, that type of mentality. I'm the expert. I know what I'm doing. I'm great at what I do. I will help you to make more money than you ever made in your life. Now, if you want that, Let's roll. If you don't, then I need to move on and find me an owner operator that's ready to make a lot of money. That's the type of attitude you got to have in this industry, because you're dealing with a lot of people who are alpha. They have that alpha role, right? I mean, you can't be a truck driver and not be an alpha, right? Yep. Not an owner operator, right? Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they're out there on the road, open road. They control their own thing. They're doing their own thing. They're not tied to anybody. They're alphas. People who are not alphas don't go into this industry as owner operators, running up and down these mountains. That's dangerous work. You got to be an alpha to do something like that. You got to be an alpha to go up north in the dead of winter when you see all them trucks and cars sliding all over the place. You got to be an alpha to go into California when you see all them fires and stuff. You got to be an alpha when you're going up those mountains and you got a 60,000-pound load and you're coming down a mountain and you're trying to do all that control braking and all that stuff. And this is that. You got to be an alpha.
Yes, sir.
So in order for you to manage an alpha, you got to be what? An even greater alpha. Is that not right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we are going back to the beginning because I want all of you all to reaffirm how you become great in this business. Because I think a lot of you have you. You need to know. Yeah, a lot of you have gotten kind of lax in what makes you money and what makes you a great owner business manager and what makes this business. You get so caught up in, well, I got to grow my firm. I got my firm up now. I got to grow. Well, you forget how to make money. Okay, so that's what this year is. This year is going back to how to make money. That's why we're doing, the stuff with the guaranteed career placement events. We're going back to how to make money. We spent the first year, we kind of introduced you all to everything and got you all up and going, the scripts and stuff. Then the second year, we worked on what? Growing your businesses and this and that. The third year, we worked on adding new stuff and and venturing out and working outside of the lines and learning how to work outside in the box or how to do things different from everybody else. But now we need to get back to showing you all how to make the money. So bottom line, if you don't make the money, you don't stay in business, right?
All
right. So that's what a lot of our conversations are gonna get. We're gonna get back to these 6 steps. Okay, we're gonna get back to these 6 steps. The first step, finding owner operators, developing that relationship with owner operators, developing those skills, establishing your place in the hierarchy. Okay, you can't have an owner operator telling you what to do. The only time an owner operator lays anything out for you is when you ask them, Mr. Owner Operator, how much money do you need to move your truck? Right? That's the only time they get to sit down and say, okay, here's what I want. Right? After that, you are in charge. You are in control. Are you not?
Yep.
Okay? Because that's your job. That's how you're going to make money. And you're going to get a lot of owner operators that say, well, I've been doing this for 30 years, so why you need me? I don't have a problem saying that. I say that a lot. Okay, well, why you call me? Why you need me? Well, I need to know you need me because you need someone to show you how to make more money. You reached a point in your career where one or two things. You've hit a roadblock and you can't see how to get over that hump to get to that next level, or you're at a point where you just don't want to deal with all the stuff that you have to deal with to get to the next level. Either way, that's where I come in. And in order for me to do that, here's how we have to work. If we can't work that way, then we can't work. And don't be afraid to cut people off. Don't be afraid to take something away from them. This calls a takeaway. Sometimes you have to take stuff away from people to show them your value. You really do. Okay? You have to take something, you have to take it away from them so they can see your value. They have to know that you are not afraid to walk away. Why? Because I'm good at what I do. I'm the best at this. And you can say what you want to, but I make truck drivers money. That's what I do. All day, every day. That's all I do. You drive a truck. You're good at that. You're good at running up and down those mountains. You're good at negotiating, all those lanes and running down those hills and controlling that truck and the traffic and all the stuff you got to deal with. That's what you are good at. But I am good at making you more money. So let's both concentrate on what we're good at. Let me do what I do and you do what you do. And I promise you, we have a beautiful relationship. Does everybody get that?
Yes.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
All right. Any questions? Because this is how our training is going to go from here. We're gonna focus on one segment, each training, each how to dispatch, how to dispatch training. That's why it's called how to dispatch. Today we concentrate on how to develop your relationship with owner operators. Now, in how to find your owner operators, right? We have a lot more sources now than we used to have with finding owner operators, right? We used to have basically just one source where we go. It was what was that site we used to go to? We use what's the load board that we use a lot to find owner operators? We used
Trucker's Path.
Trucker's Path.
Yeah, Trucker's Path. We use Trucker's Path. That's one way to find I'm on operators. We also use the other one, which was Quick Transport Solutions. But now we have a whole bunch of other ways to find owner operators. We have what? Trucking Planet, our lifetime membership to Trucking Planet. That's a great place to find owner operators, right? Have y'all not? Well, let's look at some of the other ones first. Yeah. So we have several places to find owner operators now. Several places. Through Trucker's Path, if you're looking on Trucker's Path, for those of you who don't know, for those of you who are new with us, on Trucker's Path, we actually have two logins for Trucker's Path. We have a carrier login and we have a broker login. Okay, so when you're going to Trucker's Path, if you're looking for loads, what are you logging in under?
You're going to carry.
Carriers.
Broker.
Huh? No, if you're looking for loads, if you're looking for loads, you're logging in under what? Carriers.
Carriers. Yeah.
Okay. If you're looking for trucks or owner operators, you're logging in under what?
Brokers.
All right. So if you're looking for trucks, you're gonna log in under the broker login. Okay. And that's gonna give you access to the trucks. Okay. You're gonna go to truck search. See right here, and you put in. I'm gonna put all equipment. We're gonna search, and what it does is you get a map over here, right? And this map pretty much tells you where they're located. Over here, you have a list of the trucks. Right here, you have the length of time that they posted themselves available and ready for a load. I like this because these people have to actually either they post themselves or their company posted them that they're working for. You understand what I'm saying? So, because when they become companies, especially these smaller trucking companies, they don't like their guys just sitting around empty. They're right. They want them running, right? Right?
Right.
That's
So
right.
a lot of times the company or the company dispatcher or whoever is running that company or whoever's in charge of managing those trucks, they'll see when they drop their load, and as soon as they drop their load, they'll place them on here as being available so people can approach them with more loads. And this gives you right here where it says this 1M, that's the time frame that this was posted. This guy right here got posted just a minute ago. He's been available for 1 minute, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and it goes up from there. How long they've been waiting for a load. Y'all see that?
Yes.
All right. And then when you click on them, right, it tells you over here, it highlights it in red of their location. Y'all see that? Over on the map, shows you right there. When you click on it, that's where that guy's at. He's outside of where? Houston, Texas. That's where he at. Y'all see that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So it goes and tell you now. It also has his safety ratings. What you're looking for is greens, because greens mean he's good to go. Right? His insurance is in place.
Right.
He has a great safety record. His operations are okay, which means he runs on time. His authority is good. That's what you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to run someone that's got a red. A yellow is no more than one yellow in an area that's not really of that big a concern. Yeah, you can do that. But you don't want to run reds. Right? Right. Now, the phone number, if you see an extension down here, that means that's probably going to the company. That's not going to that carrier. Right? That's probably the company's phone number. Right? If you see something like this right here, that's probably the phone number to that truck driver. But call them anyway. Call all the numbers. Right? So this is how you find your owner operators. If you're looking for owner operators that are waiting for, and the great thing about most of these guys, they're sitting there waiting for a load. Right? So you know they're empty. A lot of times when I call them up, they ask me, "How did you get my number? How do you know I was empty?" Well, your company marked you as being empty and ready for a load. Right? So this is a great tool. All right. But this is on Truckers Path. All right. Another area, and this is where your pitch comes in. Hey, Mr. Owner Operator, how you doing? My name is Calvin Butler. I'm with the National Dispatchers Network, and my company is RBBS Transport LLC. And we are a member of the National Dispatchers Network, the largest network of independent dispatch firms in the country. Let me ask you a question. How much money do you need to move your truck? That's how it starts off. That's a great way to start a conversation, right? How much money do you need to move your truck? Because then it takes them off of the offense and forces them to think about, well, how much money do I need to move my truck? Right? And if they give you an answer, whatever their answer is, you say, great, because that's what I'm in the business of doing. If you need $3.25 to move your truck, I'm only going to search for loads that's paying $3.25. If I can't find loads that's paying less, I'm just paying that or more, I'm not going to call you with any load information. So every time you see my number on your call ID, you know I got the kind of load you want, going to the place you want to go, paying the kind of money you want to get paid. What can I send your dispatch agreement to? See, that script is designed to leave nothing to chance. You're asking them no matter what, how much money you need to move your truck. But they've already given you the okay to find them a load that pays what they want, right? So why would they say no if you find them what they want? You've already answered their objection before they even got to it. If I can't find loads that's paying that amount or more, I'm not going to bother you. I'm not going to waste your time. So you already know when you see my number, When you see my number, what does that mean? Woo! Calvin's calling. He got that money load. He got what I want. Right? You establish that up front. And then when you get them signed to your dispatch agreement, that's when you have that conversation about how you operate. You being your own business manager. And you develop and you outline what? The rules or the guidelines of your relationship of how you do business. Okay? Does everybody get that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. All right. But this is how you make money in this industry. It's not just, and a lot of people say, well, all you need to do is this. Well, it's a lot more than that. You establish that alpha role. You have to establish that alpha role. You have to have these conversations up front with your owner operators. You have to establish who's what and who's doing what and who's in charge of what and how your relationship works. I don't call owner operators. I hardly ever call my owner operators. I basically just send them. Here's what I got for you. Picks up here, drops off there, pays this. And I send it to them. They send back, okay, I'm on it. Because they already know how I operate. We've already had that conversation. If I get an owner operator that send me something back to say, well, who this load coming from? Who is this? Who is this? Who do? And who's the contact? You know what I do after that? I said, do you want this or not? That's my response. Do you want it or not? Because we've already had this conversation. We've already established that that's not how I operate. I don't have time. I find freight. My company finds freight for 317 carriers every single week. I do not have the time to babysit you and hold your hand when I'm trying to find you freight. I will find you good paying freight. It's paying way more than the money you have asked for. Do you want it or not? Every now and then I have to have that reaffirmed type of conversation with them, but not very often. Because they know the type of person, they know how I am. You all know how I am. That's just my attitude, right? A lot of people say, well, Cal, man, man, your attitude, man, sometimes you sound like an asshole. Well, you gotta be an asshole sometimes. Right? Right? Come on now. Let's be real. Let's be real. I've had people to come into this platform and literally try to overtalk me, and I have to sit there and say, whoa. Hold on. Now let me explain something to you. I run this. You don't run this. You don't run this. You can either do it my way or you can do it your way. But if you do it your way, you out. If you want to do it my way, I can show you how to make some money.
Right.
You got to have that conversation. You have to establish that you are the alpha, because it's your company. That's your dispatch firm. It's not that owner operator dispatch firm. The owner operator, he owns his own truck. You don't tell him how to drive, do you? And he don't tell you how to find loads. Plain and simple. This owner operator, all due respect, I won't tell you how to go up and down a mountain, so you don't tell me how to find freight. That's how we do it around here. And once you establish that, once you have that conversation and you establish that and you stick to it, you would never ever have a problem with your owner operators arguing with you about, where loads coming from, who got this or ask you 1,001 questions when you trying to help them make more money. Okay, so if you're the type of person who does not like to confront people, you need to get over that, because this is the business. I'm dead serious. This is the business. You have to be able to have these conversations. You have to be able to take control of your business. You have to be able to let them know that this is how I operate. And I'm doing this for your benefit. Everything that I do is to help you make more money, because if you don't make more money, I don't make more money. The more money you make, the more money I make. So that's my whole thing that I'm trying to do. Y'all give me a second here. Hey, Amos, how you doing? Hey, Mr. Calvin, how you doing? I am in the middle. Yeah, I'm in the middle of our class of how to dispatch training that we have every Tuesday night. Okay, well, I'll call you tomorrow. Is that okay? No problem. Great. All right, thank you. All right. All right. That's actually the brother of the insurance agent for our third whole life private reserve account. His brother is looking to join our platform because he wants to learn how to book freight. Okay, he wants to get into this industry. I think he was a he used to work for this company where he did outside sales, but he had an accident and had a pretty bad accident, and he's partially paralyzed now, and he was looking for something that he could do that didn't require him to have to move around all the time, and this industry is perfect for him. Okay, he has that sales mentality. He has that type of alpha male type thing. So he's already kind of in that mind frame. He just needs to learn the business of dispatching freight. All right. But anyway, but that's what you have to do. You have to establish yourself. All right. If you are a timid person, you need to sit down in front of the mirror. You need to practice that pitch. You need to have practice on your dog. And if you got a little dog or something, practice on them. I'm serious. I sit down with my 2 pits and I said, look, I'm in charge here. you have to get, but you have to do that. Okay? Look at practice in front of a mirror. See your facial expression when you're making having these types conversations. Because if your facial expressions reflect what you're saying, then it's coming across. They are hearing it just like it looks. But if you're saying it and you look in the mirror and you don't believe it, good and doggone well they ain't gonna buy it. Right? Okay? These are all techniques that you all gotta have to start doing to become better salespeople. Because that's all this is, man. This is sales. The finding the lows and all that stuff, I can teach that to anybody. I mean, I really can. That's just technical stuff. We got the assets, we got the tools, you can find the lows. The lows are out there. That's a given. But getting you all to be better salespeople, getting you all to develop that alpha mentality takes work. And that's stuff that you all have to do. All right? Other site that loads carriers on is Quick Transport Solutions and Trucking Planet. All these are in your back office site. Quick Transport Solutions and Trucking Planet. Find Quick Transport. Now, if y'all notice, if you're going through these cubicles here, if you just place your cursor over them, it will pop up and tell you what that is. Okay. In case you all didn't, I think that's Quick Transport right there. There it is right there. That's Quick Transport. And to find these on Quick Transport solution, you're gonna go over here to where it says resources. You're gonna click on it. I don't know ads. And then it's gonna go over here. You're gonna pull up a red sleeve over here. And then you're gonna scroll down. And you're gonna click where it says find carriers. Search trucking companies right there. Y'all see it? Search trucking companies. You're gonna go over here. You're gonna pick what state you're looking in. Florida. Let's pick Florida. Right? And you're gonna pick the number of trucks you're looking for. Now, I like to stick starting out. I advise y'all to stick with the no more than the 6 to 10 carries, right? 1 to 5 or 6 to 10. Because if you move up to the 11 to 20, 21 to 50, usually if a company has gotten to this stage and they got this many trucks, they got loads already. Do y'all agree with that?
Right.
All right.
Yes.
Because you're not going to get to the point to where you got 20 trucks and not already have loads, because you're just spending money without having loads. That's not going to happen. You're not going to be in business. So 6 to 10, 1 to 5. Now, I don't worry too much about the tractors and the operations. Just then you click search. Now you can click on operations. Yeah, and you're gonna want to do what? In what? What do you want to do?
Interstate.
Interstate.
Interstate, because you want to go from state to state, right? So you click search. And in Florida, how many interstate carriers do we have? Tells you right here, we have 19,315 carriers registered in the state of Florida. That's a lot of carriers, y'all. Y'all think y'all can go through that many carriers? Now, granted, some of these you're going to call are probably going to be out of business, whether it's in that, but still, that's a lot of carriers. You think you can go through that list in this year? Probably not. So this tells you that there are plenty of carriers out there that you all can contact. And this is not the only place you can go to find them. Right? So plenty of carriers out there that you can locate. It tells you how many trucks they own, how many trailers on their own. This guy right here does not own how many trailers. So he's what? He's power only, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He's power only. He got his MC number, DOT number. The year of the truck, 2018, which is a good year truck. Got the date of his MCs. Does he do hazardous material? No. Carrier operations, interstate. And you scroll down a little bit further. It should give you like insurance and his transport insurance history. Gives you his insurance. You got a lot of cancels here, so chances are this guy might be out of business. Y'all see this right here? Cancel, 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 right? So this is a good place to go and look if you kind of want to look and say, okay, well, he's probably out of business. He could still be in business, but he's got an awful lot of cancels there, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right. So those are things you want to look for. Okay, gives you some pretty good insight there. All right. The other place is going to be the other great place to find loads trucks is going to be Trucking Planet. This is a new addition that we just added to the National Dispatchers Network. Trucking Planet is great for finding not just trucks, but loads, shippers, all types of stuff. Hold on. My wife got a new puppy, y'all. Y'all hold on a second. She crying. This is a new addition. This is a new addition to our family. Her name is BB.
Oh,
She's not gonna get very big. She's a mini dog. but
Chihuahua.
I don't know what the hell she is. My wife bought this thing. but my wife, her cleaning business keeps her out, at night. So obviously I'm the one left raising the dog.
So hold it up. I can't see it.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, okay.
BB, say hi. That's
Hey,
BB.
BB.
My other dogs, the two pit bull, they crazy about her because they try to they think they got a child to raise now. So, and they both male dogs too, so they're real protective of her. But she's the only one that gets to come upstairs. they stay downstairs, and this is my wife's companion. So, this is BB. Just added her to the family yesterday.
Hi, baby.
BB, they're saying hi. All right, let me put her down. She's probably got to use the bathroom. We got a little spot down here for her to use the bathroom. We're trying to potty train her. But log in here to Trucking Planet, and then you can go here and you can search for shippers. You can search for carriers over here, dry van carriers, flatbed carriers, refrigerated truckload carriers, hot shot carriers, LT, LT. Now I like this search area here because you can search for heavy haul, just whatever you're looking for. Okay, if you're looking for just dry van carriers, because some people just like to work with dry vans. You got a whole bunch of them here, as you can see here. And you can pull them up. Tells you, all the information, that you need, about them. DOT. Now, here's what I like right here. Trucking Planet is really, really great. If y'all haven't figured this out yet. You see this right here? These are the lanes that they have ran from. They pretty much tell you where they like to run from and where they like to run to. Y'all see that? Is that not some good information to have up front?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love Trucking Planet. I really do. That's why we have a lifetime membership to them. I figured they would be a great asset to our network, so we added them to the National Dispatchers Network this year. Where is BB? Where you went? BB. Oh, okay. She don't need the chair. Okay. I keep an eye on her because she's so little, I don't want to step on her. But yeah, I love Trucking Planet. Okay. So we thought this would be a great addition to what we have to offer. And it's only served to is she doing her thing now? It's only served, baby. You weren't supposed to pee on the carpet. You're supposed to stay on your area. Okay. I'm gonna give you a pass this time. But yeah, you did that. All right. But the potty train another dog. But anyway, this adds great value to our platform. I mean, our platform already had a lot of value, but Trucking Planet and JB Hut 360, it goes to add a lot more value to what we have to offer. Okay, so bottom line is, you all should not have any problems with finding carriers. Okay, whatever it takes, hot shot carriers, just whatever. And with Trucking Planet, you can find hot shot loads, and all the time, and we have a hot shot load board and things like that too. All right. Any questions, real quick, because that's probably that about does it for our training for tonight. Questions?
Yes. I was trying to get into the other 91 boards, and for some reason I couldn't get in.
Which now there are two areas that we have for that, because one of them was discontinued, and I don't think I pulled it off there. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, because the one that says 91 boards.
Yeah, that one has been discontinued, and I haven't deleted it off yet.
Okay, because I've been trying to get into it for the longest, and I haven't.
Show you where it is. Show you what the other one is. All right, this is the new one, Mobile Express. All right, we got one that says 901, but this is where you go now to get into them if they have a discontinued this one. So you're here, Mobile Express, then you come here, you click, pulls up all the companies. You see that?
Yeah.
Then you click search. And then it pulls up, tells you, that one only has one load. Okay, you don't want to do with that one. All right, let's find another one. Cook County Cargo, search. That one has one load. Let's do. That one has a lot of loads. You see what I'm saying?
I guess when I was trying to do so, because it looked just like that, and when I was trying to do so, it was like half of the companies didn't have, either they didn't have nothing on the board at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, some of them, like I say, they're just not on one free load board. They're not. Some of them are not going to have loads every day. Some of them have a lot of loads, like this, and you'll notice here these loads are kind of they show you the outdated loads, but here's what you're going to do when you're searching these loads, right? You find the company, the crescent, right, and then you click on it. Then you contact that company, and you let them know that you're part of the National Dispatchers Network, okay? And I need to access your current load list. Then they will give you the password to access their current load list. You get it?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Now that too, because you bring up another point. Like I've seen other loads that was outdated.
Yeah, you gotta.
And they hadn't redid it, and they was like good loads. So I was like, why is they still on here?
Yeah, you gotta call them. You gotta call them and let them know that you are with the National Dispatchers Network, and you are requesting the password to access the the current loads, the live loads.
Okay.
And then they'll give you the access.
Great. Okay. I was sure wondering because, man.
Yeah, some of them we have already. Some of them we've already put on here, like where it gives you the live loads. Hold on here. There's some on here that we did, and it gives you the live loads. I think this is one right here. Is it transport investments? No, Transcorp. Some of them it gives you the live loads. Alabama search. Or go to log in. I'm sorry, you gotta go to log in. There we go, right there. See right here? And then it will give you the live loads. So some of them we've already updated, and showing you the ones that we actually called and got the live loads to, we added them to the list. But some of them you're gonna have to call and they're gonna have to give you the live loads. You're gonna have to get access to it. S&P International. Clear. And what's this right here? All equipment. Container. And no step dead loads available. Like I say, some of them don't have, loads every day. So you just got to go through them. Like here's one right here. Like I said, that one's like they gave us the login for it. Carrier login. Protected area. Submit. And then it pulls up the live loads. See, right here.
Yeah, I think
So,
too. I know True Load, if I'm mistaken, True. If I think I'm saying it right. I know
yeah,
that the other one, True Load Logistics Board. That one, I know they had a lot of old loads on there,
yeah, yeah,
but they had updated loads too.
yeah. They
And
have
I'm
they have updated loads. They have a lot of old loads. Have updated loads. Some of them you just gotta call. The load boards that I like to stick with, to be honest with you, is Direct Freight. Okay, that's my main load board. Trucking Planet got a great load for dedicated runs. I love Trucking Planet because Trucking Planet tells you what loads run every day, what loads run 2 times a week, 3 times a week, what loads run twice a month. You know, like dedicated, they actually tell you. Okay, I like them. I like what's the other one I like? JB Hut 360. I love them. And then there's a couple others that I really, really, really like. I really don't search a whole bunch of different load boards. I've got the ones that I like to stick with that I've got my carriers, signed on to and things like that. So, but there's a lot of loads out there. Like me, I don't do hot shots. Some people do hot shots. We have hot shot load boards, but I don't do hot shots. Okay. I stick primarily to dry van, reefer, flatbed. That's it. That's it. Okay. I don't really sign hot shot, carriers. I have a lot of hot shot drivers call me. I refer them over to you all. I don't really do hot shots because it's just been my experience. The hot shots, they're kind of hard to satisfy. I mean, they really are.
See, I'm in the field. I know drive-in and reefer, and I know of flatbed. A lot of the different flatbeds. So I know of a lot of those. But when it comes to the single pickup truck flatbed, and all the rest of those other ones, half truck, half flatbed.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah. I don't know as much about them. So
yeah.
I can't really get into their field,
Yeah, because they want big truck money, but they're not going to get big truck money because they're not a big truck, and they got to realize that their truck look, they're driving a truck that's getting 17, 14, 17 miles to the gallon, right?
Uh-huh.
Does anybody know what a big truck gets?
7.5 miles.
5.56 miles to the gallon. That's it. On average, 5.56 miles to the gallon. So are you going to pay a hot shot driver what you pay a big truck driver?
No, sir.
No, you're just not going to do that. Oh, y'all, I got to take this call. This is my boss. Hey, baby.
Hey, you still in class?
Yeah, baby, I'm still in class. I'm getting ready to shut it down, though.
All right, well, just call you back.
All right. BB just peed on my carpet upstairs, but she good.
I know you gotta try to take time outside.
I know, baby. I was doing my class and I got her box up here, so we good.
In the box?
No, I had let her out and she peed on the carpet, but we good. Let me finish up my class and I'll call you back, okay?
All right, I'll clean it up when I get home.
All right, baby, love you.
All right, love you too.
Bye. All right. Gotta take the call from the boss when she calls. Cause she she called me because I told her that I'll be done by 8:45 every night. Cause I'm supposed to take my diabetic medicine and and trying to get more sleep. So she's the boss. And it's 8:43, so that's why she's calling. All right, everybody. All right, everybody. We're gonna wrap this up. The boss has spoken. And now tomorrow night, remember what tomorrow night is Q&A. And we've got a kind of a special session. A young lady had called me today. I don't know if she's on here tonight or not, but she wanted to know how to start her own trucking company. Okay. So tomorrow night, that's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna have a lot of questions and answers on how to start your own trucking company, what it costs, what's involved, because there's a lot more costs than what people think it is. A lot more costs. I know you'll see stuff and say, well, you got to get this, your DOT number, your MC number, your insurance. It's a lot more than just that. Yep. Trust me. You also gonna have to have stuff like you gotta pay, for the drug testing.
Oh yeah.
That's your responsibility. Especially if you're gonna be hiring, people on, or if you're gonna have people who are gonna be running under your authority, it's your responsibility as the authority holder to do all the drug testing. You got to pay for that. Those things cost, right? You gotta sign up for all different types of permits and all different types of certificates and stuff that requires monthly fees and yearly fees and things like that. Most of the time, most insurance companies don't like you paying monthly payments. They want it all in one lump sum, $12,000 to $15,000 a year. And the ones that will take monthly payments, they're gonna hit you with about anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000 to $8,000 down, and you got to pay $1,600 to $1,800 a month. Some as high as $2,400 a month. So it costs, right? It's expensive. Then you got your dock plates and all that type of stuff to be able to run in all 48 states. So I mean, there's a lot more involved than just what everybody shows you on the surface. It's not quite as simple as that. All right, but that's going to be tomorrow night. Doing our Q&A. We're going to have a lot of questions about that. Darren's going to be talking a lot because he knows a lot about that stuff too. So we're going to be helping her to decide how she wants to start her truck company. All right, everybody. All right. See y'all tomorrow night. I appreciate you all. Hope y'all got something out of tonight's training. And tomorrow night we will have our Q&A starting at 7 p.m. on the dot. Thanks, everybody. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Y'all have a great night.
Thanks. You as well.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Have a good one.
Good night. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Night.
There it is right there, but it's not going to show